In the doldrums of the Big West, two teams enter hungry for a win that could change the course of their respective seasons. We welcome you courtside at the LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid, and thank you for joining us on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. I'm JayDe Beaudry alongside Alex Prado for a matchup between the Matadors of Cal State Northridge and Long Beach State. Long Beach State are rooted to the bottom of the Big West, having lost all 6 conference contests so far and sit at 1-15 on the season, the worst start through 16 games in program history. On Thursday, the Beach lost out to UC Riverside on the road by a final score of 77-59 behind an ice-cold third quarter that doomed an already banged-up squad to their 14th double-digit loss of the season. On the other hand, Cal State Northridge, led by second-year head coach Angie Ned, are on the climb back after finishing last season dead last in the Big West with a 2-18 record. Through 5 games, the Matadors have already equaled last season's win total and stand alone in 7th place, 2 wins out of a playoff spot. At 6-10 overall, the Matadors are hopeful for a return trip to the postseason for the first time since 2022, with the second half of conference play still to come. Alex, Long Beach State have lost 4 straight games coming into this one, but there's still plenty of talent on this roster.
Yeah, JayDe, Jacoya Jones-Brown has been the light at the end of the tunnel for this Long Beach squad. The sophomore from Atlanta is averaging 16.9 points per game, putting her 5th in the Big West. She's also 5th in the nation for minutes played, and she leads the team in almost every category except three-pointers made and free throw percentage. Her consistency is what's keeping this team alive right now.
You said it best. Jacoya Jones-Brown has put the team on her back time and time again throughout this season. We mentioned the injuries. There's a few notable ones today. Judy Oliva Fernandez remains out for the second straight game. Lauren Cummings, still an injured reserve, and last season's star freshman Michael Richards continues to recover from an off-season injury, meaning other members of the roster are going to need to step up tonight.
Yeah, Oliva Fernandez was averaging 6.8 points per game, making her our second best scorer. We're also losing some height on the floor with her absence, as she is standing at 6'2", which makes her our second tallest. With all that being said, JayDe, we're definitely looking for Kenan Call to step up tonight. She's averaging 6 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists on the season.
Kenan Call has scored 10 or more points in 3 of her last 5 games, and she's in the starting lineup for Long Beach tonight. So let's run you through those starters. Jacoya Jones-Brown will run the point for Amy Wright squad. Morgan Mack and Kylie Pepe will fill out the backcourt. Alongside Kenan Call and Rosie Akot will have to play forward center today. She's the tallest woman on the floor and in the lineup for the Beach, standing 6'2". As for CSUN, they start Erica Espajo, Morgan Edwards, Saray White, Mariona Cos Morales, and Jite Bay-Mutor, a tough name to figure out for us in the preparation, but we're going to do our best tonight. Bay-Mutor is going to be the physical presence inside for CSUN. She stands 6'2", and this is a CSUN team, Alex, that had a lot of kinks to work out in the offseason, but so far they sit at 6-10. There's plenty of hope for them this season.
Yeah, this is a good team. They got 2 players averaging 10 points or over, and Rita Nazario and Sargi White. Rita Nazario is averaging 11, and Sargi White is at 10.3, so definitely some disbursement and some spacing on the floor for CSUN.
Saray White has been outstanding this season as both teams take the floor ready for the tip. Long Beach State in their all-white uniforms with black numbers, yellow and black trim around the edges, and CSUN in all-black uniforms with Northridge across the chest in a spiky kind of font. The letters are yellow. The outline is red, reminiscent of an Atlanta Hawks jersey here today, Alex.
Yeah.
A really clean look for the Northridge Matadors.
Definitely a clean look.
We have the ball kids delivering the official match ball to our officials, as Rosie Akot is going to be up for the tip. She's not used to jump balls this season, but she'll have a tough task against Bay-Mutor as the ball is up, and Bay-Mutor gets the first possession for Northridge as she wins the tip. Matadors attacking from right to left to start this first quarter. Dribble drive inside. Espajo picks up her dribble, now looks across the key. Bounce pass to Cos Morales. Morales tries a scoop layup around Kylie Pepe, and Pepe played good defense, got the rebound, and then tipped it out of bounds. Just could not handle the ball as it came off the rim. It'll be Matadors' ball inbounding from underneath their own basket.
Yeah, that's good defense from Pepe right there, staying grounded on the inside right underneath the basket.
CSUN go 1 low, 3 high off the inbound. Espajo looks for an option. Now kicks it to the wing for Edwards. Edwards against Pepe from the left wing, drives to the free throw line, now kicks to the left side for Cos Morales, who drives across the key, now kicks back up top to Espajo. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Espajo drives inside, left side, scoop layup is good. Up and under Morgan Mack for the first points of the game for the Matadors.
That's a tough shot right there. Morgan Mack was all over, and she was still able to get it off with her left.
Rosie Akot picks up the ball for the Beach in the front court, picks up her dribble now on the left wing, swings across the key to Kylie Pepe, who holds. Waits for motion across the key, now drives inside, picks up her dribble, now kicks back to Morgan Mack, left wing 3, short, off backboard, and then iron. As the Matadors claim the rebound and will look to build on their 2-point lead. Espajo, right wing, guarded by Mack, dribbles to the top, gets a switch, now guarded by Jones-Brown. Matadors work it around the wing, now to the corner. White inside, now back to Beaudry, who pulls a jumper from the elbow, and that rims out. Rosie Akot pulls down the rebound. Jacoya Jones-Brown quickly on the other end to Kennecaw on the wing, down low to Morgan Mack, who looks to go to work inside, and Morgan Mack gets rejected. A stuff from Costa Morales as Northridge is suffocating the Beach defensively to start this one. Esparjo quickly the other way. Gets down low, now kicks across the key to Beaudry, who drives inside, and another layup for Beaudry. Has CSUN up by 4. Beaudry a little shaky after she landed. Rosie Akot applied the pressure but could not get the stop. And Amy Wright is furious that the Beach could not take advantage of a 5-on-4. It's 4-0 Northridge. 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter as Morgan Mack is tied up at the top of the key. And Alex, the Beach offense is yet to get in gear.
Yeah, CSUN's playing great defense right now, especially above the perimeter. They're not allowing Mack to get on the inside, and Akot as well.
18 seconds on the shot clock to work with for the Beach. Kennecaw gets the inbound, finds a cutting Rosie Akot, who goes underneath the basket. And as she looks to whip a pass out to the wing, it's deflected out of bounds by Beaudry. So the Beach will inbound from near the left corner with 13 seconds to go on the shot clock. Kennecaw slaps the ball, looks for an option. Jacoya Jones-Brown comes 3, and as she cuts to the basket, she lays it up and in. The inbound play works to perfection, and the Beach are on the board.
That is a perfect cut right there. A clear lane up to the rim and off the glass.
Northridge work quickly offensively. Now kick to the corner. 3 is pulled, and it's connected by Morgan Edwards. CSUN respond, and they're up 7-2 to start this one. And the cross-court pass is intercepted now. Akot was looking forward for Mack, and Edwards takes it all the way down beneath the basket. Now backs out Esparjo across the top of the key to White. White further on to the left wing. Another 3 this time. Rims in and out from Costa Morales, and Kylie Pepe pulls down the rebound. This game is stretched as Rosie Akot looks to break forward on a fast break. Now picks up her dribble on the left wing. Pepe, top of the key, dribbles to the free throw line. Mid-range jumper, yes sir! Kylie Pepe makes the most of the chaos and cuts the Beach deficit down to 3.
And that's the simplicity that we're going to be looking for today. Not anything too crazy. If you have an open shot, take it.
Esparjo gets the dribble handoff at the top of the key. Now drives to the free throw line, picks up her dribble. Passes to the right wing, another 3-pointer from Costa Morales, rims in and out. Rebound bounces on the hardwood. Akot fights for it, and she touched it last as it bounces out of bounds. The Beach so far to start this one, Alex, having trouble containing these rebounds, giving Northridge a lot of second chance opportunities.
Yeah, Costa Morales on that last play, recognizing that the shot was going to be off, immediately went for her offensive rebound, and that's the extra effort that CSUN is putting in that Long Beach so far is not.
Matadors lead 7-4, 7 minutes, 3 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Matadors inbounding from near the right corner. Inbound pass goes to Edwards, dribbles to the top of the key, now goes across the top to White. White back to Edwards at the top. Edwards back to White, now inside to Costa Morales. Morales back outside to Edwards. Edwards back to White. 3-woman game here as White pulls the 3-pointer, misses, and the referee's whistle blows. They're going to call an off-ball foul. It looks like on Beaudry, who is fighting for space and leverage down low against Rosie Akot.
An interesting thing to note here, they're going to be full court pressing Long Beach on the end over here by the baseline.
First full court press look as Christy Reynoso, fresh in the game, picks up the ball and takes it across half court herself. Broke through a double team there. Gets it to Rosie Akot at the top of the key. Akot handoff to Pepe. Crossover as she looks to fight for leverage inside. Pepe continues to drive and then kicks to the right corner for Reynoso, who dribbles to the elbow. Lets her first shot of the night fly, then gets her own rebound after it bounces off back iron. Reynoso to Kaw, top of the key. A 3 from Kennecaw has the Beach all tied up here. 7 apiece with 6.5 to go in the first quarter.
Kennecaw not thinking twice. She knew she was shooting that immediately.
White, top of the key for the Matadors, who have seen their 3-point lead evaporate here in a flash. Esparjo down low, steps through contact against Pepe, and an offensive rebound off the miss goes to Beaudry. Beaudry back out to Esparjo on the left corner. Now Esparjo cross-court pass to Edwards. Corner 3 off front iron. Beach once again fight for the rebound. And this time Beaudry touches it last. That's a matchup to watch all night long, Alex. Beaudry against Rosie Akot. The 2 tallest women on the floor have been going head-to-head to start this one.
Definitely. It's going to be a lot of post work, but so far, CSUN has been taking a lot of threes, especially in these last few possessions. They're 1 for 5 so far as a team.
Long Beach shooting 3 for 6 from the field as the Matadors full court press, and a quarterback pass goes to Pepe, wide open on the left wing. She throws an alley-oop pass to Kennecaw, who comes down with it and then buries the layup. The Beach lead for the first time, and they break the full court press with ease. It's 9-7 Beach.
That's the way to do it. Break the full court press and then look for a steal.
Mismatch here as Rosie Akot tried to poke a pass loose at the top of the key. Matadors recycle along the top, gets it to Esparjo, and she drives. Not a lot of traffic in her way, but she misses the layup, and Jones-Brown pushes the pace into the front court. Akot gets it back to Jones-Brown, top of the key, long 3, it's good! Jacoya Jones-Brown gets on the board with a long triple from WNBA range, and the Beach lead by 5.
That's just too easy. Jacoya Jones-Brown not thinking twice about that one.
Matadors look to get back in gear here, down by 5. White drives against Jones-Brown to the right side, double clutches the layup and misses. A cop comes down with the rebound. The Beach have a 5-on-4 as White is down behind the play. Jones-Brown to Reynoso, left wing triple. Off the side iron. Long Beach will fight for the offensive rebound, but it bounces out of bounds. The Beach had the 5-on-4 mismatch, but Reynoso could not connect on the triple. As we head into the media timeout, Long Beach State leads 12-7.
Long Beach is starting to get back into it. They were getting in their heads a little bit in the first minutes of the game, but now they've got it done, and we're going to be looking to see how they can stay consistent after the timeout.
CSUN, no points in the last 3 minutes. Long Beach on a 10-0 run over the last 2.5. We'll catch you on the other side of the media timeout here on 22 West Radio. Halfway through the first quarter here at the LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid, Long Beach State out to a 5-point lead. They're up 12-7 on the Matadors. Both teams coming in looking for a win to turn their season around. Cal State Northridge have won 1 of their last 6, and Long Beach State on a 4-game losing streak of their own.
Yeah, JayDe, they're 0 for 6 in the Big West, so this is a big game right here, trying to get themselves back into the Big West contention.
Playoffs still a long way away, and both teams would love to be in Henderson in March. Northridge has the first possession out of the timeout. Working down low is Costa Morales, and she pokes the hook shot. CSUN break their 3-minute scoring drought and immediately go into the full court press. Morgan Mack and Jacoya Jones-Brown work together to break it. Now Reynoso finds a cutting Morgan Mack, and Mack's layup is good. Long Beach State having success against this full court press. They restore their 5-point lead.
You can tell they've practiced this for sure, JayDe. This is just too easy the way they're breaking this full court press.
Espejo works in the front court and is going to be fouled by Reynoso as she drives to the cup. Christy Reynoso checking into the game here early, did not start, but looks like the guard trio of her, Morgan Mack, and Jacoya Jones-Brown are going to get the lion's share of the minutes today.
Definitely, and on that last play, what we got to do there is kind of let them go to the basket. They haven't had too much luck so far, so let them make their own mistakes.
Off the inbound, 15 seconds to work with for the Matadors. They feed it down low to Costa Morales. Her hook shot rims in and out and is rebounded by Jones-Brown, who pushes the pace offensively. Outlet pass to Morgan Mack down in the right corner. Up to Brennan Pukas, firstly checked into the game. Pukas spin move back to Mack in the corner. Her triple is good. Morgan Mack connects from long range, and the Beach are up to an 8-point lead here. It's 17-9.
That's going to be the hot corner for Morgan Mack. The quick trigger there.
Espejo looking for an answer for the Matadors. Feeds it to White on the right elbow. White picks up her dribble to the free throw line for Costa Morales. Her shot off back iron is rebounded by Pukas, and Brennan Pukas looks for a long outlet to Kenan Kaw, who runs the floor, misses the layup. Kylie Pepe cleans up the trash, and Long Beach State are up to a 10-point lead. The pressure for the Matadors has not paid off. It's Long Beach State who are feasting off the full court press. Their largest lead of the night so far with 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Kylie Pepe upholding the tone here on that rebound, the offensive rebound, right up into the glass, recognizing that that shot wasn't going to go in at first. And now Long Beach 19-9, up by 10.
It's a 30-second timeout here called by Angie Ned, the Cal State Northridge Matadors head coach in her second season. Long Beach State, we mentioned how they're 0-6 in Big West play. They've had stretches during games, Alex, where they've looked good, they've looked competitive, but Amy Wright has said it time and time again, this is a team that struggles to play 40 minutes of complete basketball. Through the first 6.5, though, they've looked excellent.
Yeah, definitely, JayDe. The problem here is we usually have trouble finishing games. So if we're able to get ahead like we are right now, then we'll have a little bit of wiggle room in the end of the game to kind of make some mistakes and try to get back into it.
A balanced scoring effort so far has the Beach up by 10 as the timeout breaks. Espajo across half court. Beaudry at the free throw line. Cuts inside. Euro step layup. Falls through the nylon. CSUN finds the answer. They cut the deficit to 8, and they back out of the full court press now as Pepe takes it across mid-court. Gets it poked loose by Espajo, and it goes out of bounds for a Long Beach inbound. Espajo, a tricky point guard, gets her hands active. Was able to trouble Kylie Pepe there, and now Jacoy Jones-Brown inbounds from the right sideline. Pukas, right wing, 3, off front iron, and Beaudry comes away with the rebound. Matadors work into the front court now quickly. Espajo, dribble drive, right side, backs out, gets to Beaudry on the right wing. Beaudry now will pull a 3, no hand in her face, and no trouble at all from JayDe Beaudry. The 6'2" forward connects from beyond the arc.
Beaudry does not shoot a lot of threes, but that one went in. When you give her way too much space, she's going to knock it down.
Kenan Kaw, primary ball handler now, gets it across half court. Jacoy Jones-Brown collects at the free throw line off the entry pass. Tries to feed it to Pepe, but it's poked loose by Espajo, and now Espajo is going to foul Kylie Pepe. So far to start this one, Erica Espajo, the 5'5" senior guard out of Barcelona, Spain, has been in Kylie Pepe's ear and finally commits a foul. Pepe threw a little bit of a shoulder there, Alex. Said, "Get off me." Off the inbound, Jones-Brown gets to Ka. 15 seconds to work with. Pepe, right elbow, drives inside against Beaudry, puts up the layup, just misses. Long Beach fights for the offensive rebound, and Jones-Brown gets it back inside, puts up the floater, and puts the Beach up by 7. It's 21-14, and the Beach getting active on the offensive glass.
A teardrop over 3 defenders, recognizing she didn't have too much space to work with, but still got it done.
Top of the key, Nazario handles the rock for the Matadors. Gets it to Beaudry, another long 3. This time offside iron, rebounded by Jones-Brown, who takes it across half court and will now back out to set up the offense. Jones-Brown to Ka at the top. Ka back to Jones-Brown at the right elbow. Jones-Brown across the key, kicks to Pukas, 4-3 off back iron. Offensive rebound by Pepe, who goes up and gets fouled. Kylie Pepe working against the undersized Rita Nazario is going to head to the free throw line now to shoot 2 free throws.
That's a great effort from Pepe right there on the offensive glass, giving Long Beach a second chance and then ultimately getting the foul call at the free throw line.
Long Beach so far out rebounding Northridge 12-7. They've got 4 on the offensive glass. Long Beach towards the bottom of the Big West in most statistical categories except for rebounding. They're 8th in rebounds per game. They're 6th in offensive rebounds per game, 7th in defensive rebounds per game. Looks like that's going to be a big factor here this afternoon as Pepe's first free throw is good. Long Beach continues to build on their lead, now up 22-14. Kylie Pepe, the San Diego State transfer, stands 5'11", tall for a guard, has been displayed at both the guard and forward positions this year. And now Amy Wright asking our scorers how many fouls Northridge has, as the officials pause play ahead of Pepe's second free throw. Now Pepe can regain her composure and knock down her second free throw. So a 2-for-2 trip for the line there for the San Diego State transfer.
Yeah, she's shooting 60% from the free throw line, so a decent free throw shooter. And if she keeps on getting those fouls on the inside, those are going to be crucial points, JayDe.
9-point lead, minute and a half to go here in the first quarter. Beach up big and would love to close out this one. Off the screen, a long 3 from Nazario rims out at the top of the key. And fighting for the rebound is Rosie Akot. She forces a jump ball against Lainey Dolan, freshly checked into the game. Possession error, though, favors Cal State Northridge, so they'll inbound with a fresh 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Rosie Akot doing a really good job so far, getting rough but not getting any fouls.
Inbound, Goes to the left corner, driving inside, putting up a scoop layup that airballs is Nazario. But they're going to say Kennecoff fouled her on the way up. Nazario was all kinds of out of control. Was just looking for any kind of contact and gets rewarded with a whistle.
Nazario was looking for an opening there and got her feet tied up towards the end of that shot, but ultimately got the foul call.
Jacoya Jones-Brown, the minutes leader on this team, has also been checked out of the game for the last minute and a half. Tyrette Samuel Afalabi is freshly checked in, so Amy Wright is rotating her squad heavily here in this first quarter as the first free throw from Nazario is up and good.
She's shooting 81% from the free throw line this year.
Nazario, the native of Figueira de Foz, Portugal, the transfer from St. Louis, who only played 14 minutes last year, misses her second free throw. She has been impactful off the bench for the Matadors, but goes 1 for 2 from the line. Long Beach works quickly in the front court. Akot, top of the key, picks up her dribble, gets it to Mack. Left wing three, rims in and out. It's rebounded by the Matadors. Espajo, the point guard, comes away with it. And we'll look to stack some points here late for CSUN. Espajo to the free throw line. Out to Cos Morales. Her entry pass down low looking for Bay Mutor is deflected away. 15 seconds now on the shot clock for CSUN. So Espajo resets the offense at the top. 10 seconds now as Espajo dribbles towards Kenenka. Espajo still dribbling inside. He's going to go for it alone. A floater, half baseball throw towards the basket. Misses, and the rebound is fought for and eventually won by Long Beach State.
Good defensive effort from there. Now leading into the offense.
Samuel Afalabe leading the offense, gets it to Kenenka at the top, who now gets some instructions from Amy Wright. 15 seconds on the shot clock, a 10-second difference between the shot and game. Ka looks to find a cutting Afalabe down low in triple coverage, and it's stolen away, and Brennan Pukas tries to steal it back. It's going to be a 3-on-3 here for Northridge as Afalabe steps then in front of Nazario. Chaotic as the Beach could not find their rhythm offensively and then tried to fight for possession on the defensive end. It's going to be Matador's ball now, and they'll inbound in the front court.
Kennecoff was trying to dribble the ball out, trying to wait for a play, slow things down, but ended up backfiring.
Shot clock is off now, 10 seconds for the Matadors. Cos Morales dribbles to the free throw line, gets swarmed by 4 white shorts, gets it back to the top for Nazario, who puts up another awkward scoop layup with now an even second to go in the first quarter. That misses everything. So CSUN and Long Beach both unable to make the most of late possessions here, and off the inbound, the buzzer will sound, and at the end of the first quarter, Long Beach State is up 23-15. A lot of offense in this game for two teams who have been more defensively minded over the past few weeks of conference play. Amy Wright has to be happy with what she's seen so far.
Good effort from Long Beach so far. That defense leading into the offense. Rosie Akot has been the staple down there underneath the basket, holding things down.
Rosie Akot, one of many players who is having a great game offensively. The Beach have got a balanced scoring attack going for CSUN. It's Bay Mutor who leads the way with 7 points after 10 minutes as Long Beach holds on to an 8-point lead. We'll catch you on the other side of the break here for second quarter action here on 22 West Radio. After 10 minutes of action here in the LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid, we enter the second quarter with Long Beach State ahead 23-15. A balanced scoring attack so far, Alex. 4 players for the Beach scoring 5 or more points, and they'll have the first possession of this second quarter. Kenan Ka, primary ball handler, takes it across midway, gets to Reynoso, who's double teamed near half court. Reynoso back to Ka. Now Ka skip pass across the key to Pepe, who looks down low to Rosie Akant, but it's tipped away and stolen by White. White now looks long and ahead to Mutor, who has to keep the ball in acrobatically towards the end line, and now the Matadors will set up their first true offensive possession of this second quarter. Espejo at the top. The wave of her hand, now picks up her dribble. She's shouting instructions to her team, looking for any off-ball movement. Gets it to White. 10 seconds on the shot clock as White holds the ball at the right elbow. White back to Espejo. 5 seconds to go now. Mutor will pull a 3 from the top of the key and bury it. Mutor up to 10 points already here. She is getting hot from beyond the arc.
Yeah, she is 1 for 2 beyond the arc so far.
Rosie Akant dribble drive, and it's stolen away. Saray White will now run the floor for the Matadors. Looks for a pass over the top and down low to Edwards, who blows the layup. Reynoso applied some pressure defensively. Now the Beach will come the other way in the fast break. Reynoso drives down low to the baseline. Drops her defender, Mutor, now will back out to the corner and connect on a triple. Christy Reynoso making it happen on both ends of the floor, and the Beach are back up by 8.
My goodness, drops the defender, goes off the glass from the corner from beyond the arc.
Espejo dribble drive to the free throw line. She'll put up a layup that goes off the glass and then off the front of the rim, and Rosie Akant is being pressured by the bench to get the ball up the floor quickly, and she misses Jacoya Jones-Brown, who is cutting towards the three-point line. Quarterback just missing the wide receiver that time, Alex.
Rosie Akant kind of frantically looking for that pass there as the bench was screaming at her.
Espejo at the top of the key now with CSUN down 18-26. Looks to lose her defender, and an offensive foul is going to be called on Morgan Edwards, who flew from the free throw line up to the top and set a moving screen on Christy Reynoso. Reynoso able to keep her feet, but some hard contact on her hip.
Everything is going to Long Beach's way right now. As long as they uphold the pace, they'll be good to go.
Long Beach looking to build on this lead as much as they can, still in search of that first win in Big West play and having an outstanding first half to this point. Reynoso, entry pass down low to Jones-Brown, who gets rejected by Saray White. The 5'11" junior guard packs Jacoya Jones-Brown back down to the hardwood. The Beach will inbound from beneath their own basket.
That was a great pass from Reynoso, but White, recognizing that Jacoya was going to go up right away, was already up before she even got the ball.
Beach run a stack off the inbound. It goes to Pepe at the three-point line. Pepe is going to be called for a travel. She tried to back down Mutor, and Mutor pulled the chair on her. So Kylie Pepe takes one too many steps, and it's a turnover for the Beach.
This Pepe and Mutor matchup, like you mentioned earlier, JayDe, is going to be one that's going to be a key role for this game.
6 turnovers already for Long Beach State compared to just 1 for the Matadors to this point. Cos Morales hands off to the top for Edwards. Edwards drives inside, Euro steps and can't get the layup. She's rejected, and now a fast break opportunity for the Beach. Jacoya Jones-Brown will take it alone, misses off the backboard. An awkward layup. She couldn't decide whether to pass to Morgan Mack alongside her or go up alone, and in the end, the layup is nowhere close. So a missed fast break opportunity for the Beach, as we're still knotted at 26-18 with 7.5 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, she kind of got stuck up there in the air, but another steal for CSUN on the right side over here.
CSUN work in the offensive set and get the pass down low poked away by Jones-Brown, so they will now inbound in the front court. 25 seconds on the shot clock as Espejo dishes to Mutor at the top of the key, and now we have a shot clock issue. The shot clock did not start as the game clock started, so they're going to need to reset the shot clock to 22 seconds. An easy fix, thankfully. And CSUN will have to redo the inbound pass that goes to the top of the key for Espejo. Espejo to Mutor. Mutor further to the left wing for White. White looking for options. Goes to the corner. Triple from Cos Morales off the side iron. Jones-Brown fights for the rebound, but Saray White comes away with it. And Long Beach should have the possession arrow in their favor, but Saray White showing some great tenacity on the offensive glass to fight through double coverage and wrap up the ball.
And Morgan Mack locating the ball before it hits the ground and was able to get 2 hands on it. And now CSUN's going to get an inbound rather than a foul.
So possession will continue to favor CSUN here. They go 1 low, 3 high off the inbound. They get the down low pass to White, who goes up immediately for the layup. And then fights for her own rebound against Kylie Pepe, ties up Pepe. Now the Beach will have possession. Saray White, one of the offensive leaders on this team, yet to score, but doing all of her work on the offensive and defensive glass so far.
The effort on the glass for both teams so far has been incredible to see.
Kenan Ka continues to be the primary ball handler for the Beach. She's crossing over at the top of the key and looking for a pass. She gets to Jones Brown, who dribbles out to the corner and then takes it beyond the three-point line. Reynoso fires a pass down low to Kenan Ka, who bumps the shoulder off a defender, gets big, and gets the layup to fall. Long Beach State back up by 10.
A little bump and pump from Kenan Ka right off the glass.
Saray White back to the top of the key for Costa Morales, and Costa Morales' pass across is stolen by Reynoso, who's all alone in the front court, and she airballs the layup but gets fouled. Christy Reynoso jumps the pass, but cannot get the layup to go on the other end. Great defensive instincts from the sophomore guard. Now she'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you know, that's a great decision to take it all the way to the bucket as well, because you either get a free lane or you get a foul and 2 free throws. And look where she's at now, at the charity stripe.
One thing to note as well, this game sparsely attended by the Long Beach faithful. Attendances have declined throughout the season, but the bench for Long Beach State is making all the noise in this one. They're making up for the lack of a crowd with cheers and chants and some words of encouragement on every single possession. The bench is really making the difference. You have to imagine for the 5 on the floor for the Beach as Christy Reynoso buries her first free throw. She's shooting 2. She's extended the lead to 11 for Long Beach now. Her second free throw is up and good, so a 2-for-2 trip to the line for Reynoso.
First free throws of the season for her.
And now she's perfect. Espejo at the top. Gets to Nazario, whose long 3 rims in. CSUN cuts the deficit back down to 9 off of a long 3-pointer from Rita Nazario. Jones Brown in the front court, hands off to Morgan Mack. Mack looks over the top and down low to Kenan Ka, but the pass has too much mustard on it and Ka can't handle.
Yeah, good idea, though. Kenan Ka was right there under the bucket. If she catches that pass, she has an open lane off the glass.
So CSUN still down by 9, 30-21. 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. We'll get it to Espejo in the front court. She looks for an option, guarded by Reynoso. Now picks up her dribble at the top of the key. Bounce pass to the free throw line for Bay Mutor. Bay Mutor fades away against Pepe, misses her shot off front iron, and Kenan Ka flies in for the rebound. Ka takes it across halfway. Passes to Reynoso on the left wing, who dribbles out to the top. Reynoso pass to the right wing for Morgan Mack, who will dribble drive towards the baseline and then look to kick it back out to the corner for Reynoso. Reynoso dribbles inside, looks to pass it across the key to Jones Brown, and her pass is picked off. Another turnover for the Beach. They're starting to pile up here. The 8th already. The CSUN will now have an offensive possession to work with. Amaya Moody's pass down low is deflected away by Kylie Pepe, and now a long outlet pass to Kenan Ka from Reynoso. He's going to see Ka go up for a layup and get rejected. This game starting to be increasingly stretched here in the second quarter as the Matadors come away with another possession. 4 turnovers for CSUN in the last 3 minutes as driving inside is White, and she gets fouled by Kenan Ka, so a chance to slow the game now from the free throw line is coming for the Matadors.
Long Beach needs to gather their wits right here. Everyone's running up and down the court, not really knowing what to do on both ends, CSUN as well, but this is going to be a chance to get some subs in and relax a little bit.
Sub coming in for Long Beach State, Rosie Akot will replace Kenan Ka, who's been in a different role tonight. Usually it's Jacoya Jones-Brown who is handling the rock, but tonight it's Kenan Ka. We've heard Amy Wright talk time and time again this season about how Jacoya Jones-Brown shows the most effort on this team and how that effort needs to have her be displayed in different positions, whether it's breaking a full court press or not handling the ball and instead being kind of the big woman down low. Kenan Ka has been able to step up tonight at the point guard position and allow Jacoya Jones-Brown to operate off the ball as Saray White goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line and cuts the deficit to 7. Rosie Akot, fresh off the bench, drives in from the left wing, picks up her dribble, gets it back out to the wing for Kylie Pepe, who looks to pass across the key to Morgan Mack. Her pass deflected away. And her second pass, looking for Morgan Mack, was also deflected, but in the process, Kylie Pepe got fouled. Long Beach not yet in the bonus, only the third team foul for CSUN in this period. We're about halfway through the second quarter now. 5 minutes to go, and Long Beach will inbound from the baseline.
CSUN is doing a good job of crashing on the inside, but they haven't been lucky with the foul calls.
Morgan Mack inbounds to Jones Brown, 17 feet from the basket on the right side. Jones Brown up to the wing for Pepe, who spins at the top, picks up her dribble, now gets it to the right wing for Morgan Mack. Mack back down low to Rosie Akot, who had a chance to go up for a layup, but took her eyes off the ball and got it poked loose. Coming away with a steal off of a scrum is Espejo. Espejo across halfway to Nazario. Long three from the left wing. Misses off back iron. And then off the side, offensive rebound goes to Nazario. Collects her own shot off the tip. And now Espejo will look for an option at the top. Gets it to Moody on the right side. Moody backs out beyond the three-point line to the top. Moody looking for an option. Will go at it alone. A long three straight on. Misses off back iron. And Morgan Mack pulls down the rebound for Long Beach State and will take it across half court herself. Head full of steam from Morgan Mack. We'll see her back out. Get it to the top of the key for Pepe, who pulls the triple and buries it. Kylie Pepe, 4-3, has the Beach up by 10, 33-23.
Kylie Pepe once again making the game simple. Open shot, knock it down.
Long Beach has had the big shots fall all night long, shooting 50% from the field and from three. Espejo, left wing, gets past Reynoso off a screen from Bay Mutor. Now feeds it back inside to Bay Mutor, who bumps off Christy Reynoso, who gets called for the blocking foul, and the Long Beach bench erupts. They wanted an offensive foul against Bay Mutor, but instead Reynoso is going to have to get the whistle, and she's a little shaken up heading back to the sideline. That's about as big of a mismatch as you can get, Alex.
Definitely. Bay Mutor was trying to take advantage, but Christy Reynoso planted both feet and tried to get the charging foul.
No challenge coming from Amy Wright, so after the media timeout, JayDe Bay Mutor will shoot some free throws. We're in the sub-5 media timeout now as Long Beach continues their first half dominance, up 33-23. We'll catch you on the other side of this break on 22 West Radio. Media timeout about to break here inside the LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid. Less than 4 minutes to go here in this first half, Alex, and Long Beach in an unfamiliar position. They're up by 10, 33-23. What's gone well so far?
Definitely, JayDe. So far, the points from second chances, we have 9 in comparison to CSUN's 3, and that's going to come off of those offensive rebounds, especially with a few of our players, especially Rosie Ucott and Kenan Caw down there in the post, giving our team a second chance and finding other ways to do it.
Long Beach has also had a lot of success on the fast break so far. It's been end-to-end in this first half with the Matadors and the Beach both trying to push the pace. A hallmark of the best teams in the Big West is the ability to shoot well and get out in transition. Long Beach and CSUN, 2 of the bottom 4 teams in the Big West, trying to change their style of play today. You have to feel that whoever is able to master the transition game, as Long Beach were able to do early on in that first quarter, is going to have the advantage going into this second half. As the media timeout has broken and CSUN shows the 3/4 court press and then immediately backs out of it as Rosie Ucott takes it across halfway. Gets it to Kylie Pepe, who drives inside from the wing. Pepe back out to the wing for Ucott. Long three. Doesn't draw iron. Offensive rebound, though, goes to Samuel Afalabe. Christy Reynoso at the top. Recycles possession. Rosie Ucott drives inside, now picks up her dribble. Finds a cutting Afalabe. Afalabe back to the top for Pepe. Pepe swings to the corner for Mack, who gets the blow by, but then is going to be called for the travel. Morgan Mack pump faked, got her defender in the air, but took one too many steps before laying down the ball on the hardwood.
That was a great idea, but ultimately shifted her foot before she took off.
CSUN in the front court now. Still down by 10, 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go here in this first half. Moody to White on the left wing. White back up top to Moody. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Moody, another triple straight on. almost gets wedgied in the side of the rim, but then it falls into the arms of Morgan Mack. And Morgan Mack gets fouled. It's going to be a loose foul going against Maya Contreras, who has gotten a few minutes so far in this one, a rotational player. Her last appearance just 33 seconds a few weeks ago against UC Davis. But that's a costly foul for Contreras. It's going to send the Beach to the free throw line. They're now in the bonus.
Yeah, the officials here are trying to figure out if they were in the bonus, and now we got to figure it out. So Morgan Mack is going to step up to the charity line. JayDe.
Morgan Mack has stepped into the starting lineup as well over these past few games. Her first free throw is up and good. Morgan Mack stepping in alongside Jacoy Jones-Brown in the backcourt, trying to make the most of her minutes. Had a decent performance last time out against UC Riverside. 11 points, was 3 for 3 from the free throw line, and she goes 2 for 2 from her first trip tonight.
2 for 2, her first free throws of the season as well, so starting off at 100%.
Long Beach up 35-23 as Moody carries it into the front court, gets it off to White at the top. Matadors need a response here. Moody, top of the key, backs out, guarded by Pepe. And they're going to call an off-ball foul against Morgan Mack. Looks like she was pushing Contreras in the back. So CSUN not yet in the bonus, but Long Beach won't want to send the Matadors to the free throw line here late on in the first half. They'll get a fresh 20 here and will inbound from their own baseline. 2 minutes, 45 seconds to go as the long outlet pass gets to the top for Nazario. Nazario working against Akant, gets a switch now, guarded by Pepe. Moody on the left wing gets it back to Nazario. Nazario to the right side, driving inside is Espajo, puts up the layup off the glass and no good. And now Rosie Akant goes above the head of Espajo to grab the rebound and then rips Espajo to the floor. That's going to be, I believe they're going to call a foul against Rosie Akant. She was trying to win the jump ball, but rebounding looking to be a key for both teams here, Alex, and neither team willing to give an inch on the glass.
Rosie Akant picking up her first offensive rebound there. 4 total.
They're going to call a jump ball here, so no foul against Akant after a lot of contact. Espajo still rubbing the top of her head. He's able to get the inbound pass, a fresh 20 once again for the Matadors as Espajo drives inside. Now kicks to the top for Moody. Moody to the elbow, pulls a jumper, misses it short off front iron, and Akant comes away with the rebound. Kenan Ka will carry it across halfway. Get it to Reynoso. Reynoso at the corner for Pepe. Downloaded Jones-Brown, who mishandled the pass, tried to save it from going out of bounds. You hear Amy Wright on the sideline saying one more. Long Beach has had a lot of success so far in this one, Alex, having just that extra pass, find the open woman. That time, though, Jacoy Jones-Brown couldn't handle the heat. It results in a turnover for the Beach.
Yeah, Long Beach has done a good job of placing the ball across the floor. They just can't seem to find the open woman.
At the top, it's Contreras to the left wing for Nazario. Nazario calling for a screen from Contreras. Now gets it, gets the switch on Pepe. Now kicks to the corner. 3 pulled from Tumalin. It's missed short. CSUN's shooting continues to let them down. They're in a 3-minute scoring drought here to close out the second quarter. In the front court now, Rosie Akant gets the handoff from Kylie Pepe. Goes reverse on her drive to the basket. Misses the layup. And Contreras pulls the rebound away from Jacoya Jones-Brown. Matadors work into the front court. 90 seconds to go now in this second quarter. Sarah White drives in, misses the layup, and it's rebounded by Pepe. CSUN cannot buy a bucket here, Alex. Just one of their last 13 now from the field. Jacoya Jones-Brown at the top, 20 seconds on the shot clock, minute 20 on the game clock. Gets the screen from Akant at the top, gets to her spot at the elbow, puts up a wild one. It's rebounded by Akant, and somehow Long Beach is able to get it to fall through the nylon. Jacoya Jones-Brown threw up her prayer, and Rosie Akant cleaned it up on the glass.
Rosie Akant recognizing that the shot was going to be off and was at the right place at the right time.
Long Beach up to their largest lead of the night, up by 15. It's 37-23 as Rosie Akant commits the foul against Saray White. White was fighting for position beyond the three-point line, and Rosie Akant just kind of fell on top of her there. Saray White has not had the best night so far. Just 2 points. She's 0 for 4. Had an incredible career at Conumas River Community College up in her hometown of Sacramento that got her to CSUN. Has 10 or more points in 6 straight games, but is ice cold tonight. Off the inbound, Moody pulls a 3. An offensive rebound is collected by Kelly Tumalin. Tumalin back to the top for Nazario. CSUN works to the corner. 3 pulled by Dolan. Offensive rebound, though, goes to Contreras. At the top, Nazario. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Gets it down low to Contreras. Spin move inside. She misses the layup. Long Beach needs to get a rebound here, and they don't. Kylie Pepe gets the ball ripped away by Dolan. A fourth chance on this possession for CSUN. They kick it to the right wing for Tumlin. Tumlin skip pass across the court for Dolan. Dolan double teamed. 8 seconds on the shot clock to go. CSUN works it around the perimeter, and now it's Rita Nazario who connects from beyond the arc. Fourth time is the charm for CSUN as there's 10 seconds to go here in this second half. Jones-Brown at the logo, calling for a screen, only 3 seconds to go. She's got to go. She's got to get something off. 1 second, a long three, misses everything, and Amy Wright is furious. A wasted possession at the very end for the Beach. Sees CSUN cut the deficit down to 11, but by and large, Alex, the best half of basketball Long Beach has put in all season.
Definitely. Long Beach attacking on the offensive glass so far, but on that last play, JayDe, CSUN was playing beautiful basketball, cutting the deficit to just 9, as you just mentioned. But getting 4 chances to put the ball back in the bucket, you got to knock down one, and they did at the three-point line.
The rebounding battle, one to watch here. Long Beach out-rebounding CSUN 26-18, but CSUN has pulled down 10 offensive rebounds. Long Beach has pulled down 7. We are set up for a fantastic second half of basketball, and perhaps the 40 minutes of basketball Amy Wright has been waiting for. She's been waiting on this team to put something together all season long, and if they play like they did in these first 20, Alex, you have to feel good if you're Amy Wright.
Yeah, and this is a big win if they do get there, JayDe. As we mentioned before, 0-6 in the Big West, so this could be our first win in that column and hopefully get the ball rolling for the rest of the season.
We will catch you on the other side of halftime, but right now it's 37-26, Long Beach State ahead. Can they close it out? We'll have the answer on the other side of halftime on 22 West Radio. Welcome back inside the LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid. JayDe Beaudry alongside Alex Prado, and what a first half of basketball that was. Long Beach leads 37-26 out of the break, but CSUN can take a little bit of confidence from that last possession, Alex.
Definitely, JayDe. That last possession was frantic. They had 4 opportunities for a 1 bucket, JayDe. It was crazy over here on the end of the floor, but ultimately CSUN stayed composed. They passed it around, found an open shot, and then Nazario hit that 3 to close out the quarter. And the disbursement also from the scoring has been good on the Long Beach side and not so good on the CSUN side. They're only down by 9, but Beaudry has 10 points, and she's leading the way for CSUN.
Long Beach has had a balanced scoring attack. You said it best. Everybody who's touched the floor besides Brennan Pukas and Samuel Afalabe has at least 2 points. Leading the way is Kylie Pepe with 9. Behind her, Kenan Kaw, Morgan Mack, and Jacoya Jones-Brown all have 7. We've seen Amy Wright rotate the squad heavily today. The 5 on the floor is constantly changing. That team style of basketball is going to be what Long Beach needs to lean on again in the second half to hopefully get that first win of conference play that has been so elusive this season.
Yeah, and this is what we were talking about before the game, right? With the absence of Oliva Fernandez, we need someone to uphold the scoring with her spot being filled. And today, we've seen that from not just one person, but from everyone. So everyone's kind of getting a piece of the pie today. It's working so far in the game, and you know, we're up by a few points, but we got to keep the ball rolling at the start of this second half.
Every rebound has been fought for through those first 20 minutes. Rosie Akot leads the way. She has pulled down 7 boards to go along with her 2 points, 6 of them coming on the defensive end. CSUN is ready for a battle in this second half as both teams have now returned to the floor. Long Beach will have the first possession off the inbound. Jacoya Jones-Brown, the Iron Woman of this team, gets the inbound from Morgan Mack. We are underway now for second half action here in the Pyramid. Jones-Brown immediately doubled near the logo. Gets her first attempt at a pass tipped away. Picks up her dribble again, still working in a double team. Trying not to get the ball wrapped up and has nobody to pass it to. Referee's whistle blows, and they're going to call an offensive foul against Jacoya Jones-Brown. The Matadors come out with immediate pressure and force a turnover.
Yeah, that's the pressure that they need to build right there. The full court press and then the double team on Jacoya Jones-Brown, knowing that she's our best player.
Matadors work it into the front court. Saray White throws a pass down low to Nazari. Out to Edwards on the wing. Back to White at the top. White dribbles. Gets a switch onto Kenan Khan. Now kicks it to the elbow for Edwards. Edwards across the top. Her dribble poked away by Pepe and then collected by Cos Morales. Morales, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Drive inside against Pepe. Gets caught beneath the basket. Throws up a wild pass. It's collected by Beaudry, who puts up a layup and misses. Jones-Brown comes away with the rebound. A disjointed first possession for CSUN. Jacoya Jones-Brown on the right wing. Gets a screen from Pepe. Now rolls to the basket. Kicks it to Morgan Mack on the left elbow. Mack pulls a triple and buries it. Morgan Mack is making it rain in the Pyramid. She's 2 for 4 now from beyond the arc, and the Beach are up 40-26.
Pulling the trigger immediately, punching the clock, JayDe.
Edwards dribbles inside to the free throw line. Now kicks it to the corner, and an air ball 3 from Cos Morales is collected by Jones-Brown. Jacoya Jones-Brown takes it across the timeline and gets it to Kylie Pepe on the right wing. Pepe, dribble handoff to Morgan Mack on the right side. Mack gets a screen from Kenan Kaw. Avoids the double team, gets to the corner for Pepe. Skip pass to Jones-Brown. Another triple from Jacoya Jones-Brown is missed off front iron. Beach fighting for the offensive rebound. Rosie Akot goes to the hardwood. And they're going to say that the Beach retained possession. That's the kind of grit Amy Wright's been looking for all season out of Rosie Akot, as she pokes that rebound off of a Spaho and gets the Beach a fresh 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Akot is up to 8 rebounds already in this game, leading the Long Beach squad.
Beach go into a box set. Kenan Kaw inbounds from the baseline, looking for an option. Still looking and has to get it to the safety valve. And at the top of the key, Kylie Pepe collects. Pepe, 15 seconds on the shot clock, dribbles to the top, meets a wall named Saray White, loses her dribble, picks it up, feeds it down low to Mack. Mack back out to the top for Kaw. Kaw to the top of the key for Pepe. Pepe is passed to the corner for Mack, is picked off, and then fed ahead for Beaudry, who's wide open in the front court and lays it up and in. Long Beach, a turnover that leads to points for CSUN, and the lead is only 12 now.
All by herself, defense to offense. That's what's going to break down this lead that Long Beach has.
Kylie Pepe, top of the key, looks for an option, gets Rosie Akot coming around the perimeter, and Rosie Akot drives inside and gets rejected by Saray White. Saray White, we've mentioned how she hasn't had her best offensive night, but she's doing all of her work defensively. 4 steals, now a block on her line, working in a team that needs a spark. Saray White looking to be the catalyst. Morgan Mack inbounds to Jones Brown, coming off of a stack, and Jones Brown's attempted floater goes right on top of the backboard, but she gets fouled in the process, so it'll be a shooting foul, and Jacoya Jones Brown, as the Beach still struggle to find their rhythm offensively, will now have a chance to add some points at the charity stripe.
That's a smart play right there. Christy Reynoso curling off the top of the perimeter. It kind of looked like they were going to go for her at first, and then Jacoya obviously comes in behind her and gets fouled.
Jacoya Jones Brown misses the first free throw. Jacoya Jones Brown came into this season looking for a sophomore jump. She put in a lot of work during the offseason out in Atlanta with her father and came back to this team looking to be the leader. Amy Wright has said consistently that this season is her season to grow and to lead this team. She goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Long Beach leads 41-28 as the Matadors take it into the front court. Espajo over to White, long three-pointer off back iron. Akot fights for the rebound and pulls it down and gets an immediate pass up to Pepe. Pepe tries to feed a cutting Jacoya Jones Brown in the front court, but commits a turnover instead, and now White goes the other way and throws a pass almost identical to Kylie Pepe's off of Pepe's foot. So both teams try to get out in transition and fail to do so. A pair of turnovers to the Beach, and CSUN will have an inbound in the front court.
It's getting messy, JD. At this point, it's going to be about which team can control the ball first.
Espajo in the right corner off the inbound, drives inside, picks up her dribble, puts up a floater that rims in and out, and it's rebounded by Reynoso. Christy Reynoso gets it to Jones Brown across the timeline. Reynoso, right wing, looking for an option, gets a screen from Rosie Akot and uses it. Drives to the top of the key, can't penetrate the perimeter, hands off to Jones Brown. Jones Brown back to the right wing for Kylie Pepe. Her three is short, and Pepe stumbles, could not find her feet while landing. And the Matadors look to work quickly on the offensive end. Espajo, a three from the left wing, off back iron, rebounded again by Reynoso. Reynoso gets tied up and has to break out of a double team and takes it across halfway. Clapping for the ball is Morgan Mack in the right corner. Back to Reynoso. Reynoso swings across the top of the key to Pepe. Pepe back to Reynoso. Reynoso, long three, rims in and out. Akot fights for the rebound, and the Matadors come away with it. Mutor is down on the floor. Matadors work quickly in the front court. They get it to the corner for Nazario. 4-3. Rita Nazario connects from beyond the arc. She's up to double digits, and CSUN break their scoring drought.
Nazario starting to put in the work here. 7 points so far for her.
Morgan Mack on the left elbow. Picks up her dribble, gets to Kylie Pepe in the corner. Pepe dribbles out to the top, now hands off to Reynoso on the left wing. Reynoso dribbles out to the corner, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Long skip pass across the key to Akot, who pump fakes and then drives inside, picks up her dribble, spins around, scoop layup, misses everything short. And coming away with the rebound and pushing it in transition is Espajo. Espajo is going to go at it alone into the key, puts up the layup, misses. It's rebounded by Mutor. And off the second chance, she's fouled by Morgan Mack and will head to the free throw line. This second half, through about 4 minutes here, has been nothing but chaos.
Definitely JayDe and Mutor doing it all so far. 12 points. She's going to be going up to the free throw line, giving herself a chance for 2 more here. She's leading CSUN.
And a triple change coming for Amy Wright's team. Checking in for the first time is Haley Wright alongside Brenna Pukas. Kenan Call also returns. So the rotation of the squad continues for the Beach. Haley Wright, the 6'3" center, the only true center on Long Beach's roster, will now look to add some size down low and try to stop Mutor, who buries her first free throw.
Mutor has really been using her size underneath the basket, and as you can see, it's been working well, getting those foul calls. And when she's not getting fouled, she's putting it in.
Mutor's second free throw is good. The Ole Miss transfer, born in Delta State, Nigeria, but represents Slovenia through her parents' heritage. She won gold at the 2022 FIBA U18 Championship, and she is one of the top young players of the Women's Adriatic League last season. A rising star that didn't get a lot of shine at Ole Miss, but is certainly shining tonight. She's leading the Matadors offense, already up to double digits for the 6th time this season. Long Beach works in the front court. Haley Wright at the top of the key. Misses a cutting Rosie Akot. And Amy Wright is furious. The Beach recycle possession along the wing. And Christy Reynoso misses a long triple. Rebounded offensively by Akot, who fires a pass down low and Kenan Call can't handle. It goes through Kenan Call's hands and off the shoulder of Saray White, and the Beach will inbound from the baseline.
Long Beach needs to figure it out here. They're playing a little bit too frantically, and someone's got to take control of the pace.
Long Beach led by as many as 15 in that first half, trying to hold on to their lead here. And a 5-second violation off the inbound goes against the Beach. Another missed opportunity on the offensive end, and the Matadors come away with possession.
Long Beach punching the clock there, JayDe.
41-33, 5 minutes to go in the third quarter as White takes it on the dribble drive, gets the bucket and the foul. A chance for a three-point play from Saray White as the Matadors are only down by 6.
Saray White switching the tone here. She's up to 4 points, 35-41. C-Sun is closing in on that gap.
Saray White, that first half is looking a lot more like the warm-up for what she's been able to accomplish now in this second half. A 7-0 run for the Matadors over the last minute as White buries the free throw and completes the three-point play. Long Beach leads by 5, 41-36. Looking for that first win of Big West Conference play that has not come through the first 6 games as Reynoso's dribble is poked loose by Espajo, who's wide open in the front court. And Espajo lays it in with no pressure. C-Sun are right back in this game. They were dead and buried in the first half, and now they have stormed back. Long Beach 41, C-Sun 38. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter, and Angie Ned is looking like the happier of the two coaches in this timeout.
C-Sun only down by 3 now, switching the tone and the pace, playing their own game. You can call it the comeback, JayDe.
There's a little bit of beauty in the struggle in that first half, and there's also ugliness in the success of this second half for C-Sun. It has certainly not been pretty basketball, but for the Matadors, over the last minute and a half, they've got the job done. A 10-0 run. We'll keep it here during this media timeout to talk a little bit more about how Northridge has gotten to this point. They were once one of the elite programs in the Big West under a longtime head coach, Jason Flowers. He took over in 2009, Alex, and won 150 games for C-Sun. The winningest coach in C-Sun history, was the 3-time coach of the year, led them to the NCAA tournament 3 times. I mean, this guy lived and breathed C-Sun basketball. He changed the culture, but COVID changed everything. In the 2020 season, when the Big West allowed teams to come back and train, C-Sun had 12 players show up to training camp, and 6 of them on the first day of practice said they had COVID concerns and withdrew. C-Sun left with only 6 players, did not play the 2020-2021 season, and Jason Flowers resigned after 11 seasons at the helm, and since then it's been nothing but chaos for the Matadors.
Yeah, those are tough conditions to be playing in, JayDe. Ultimately, right now, they're at 6-10 overall, 2-5 for the Big West. You know, they don't have a winning record so far, but they're doing a little bit better than Long Beach, still trying to get their life back into this Big West tournament here. And there's still a long way to go until playoffs, until March, as you mentioned earlier, JayDe.
Yeah, this team really hasn't had a winning record since Jason Flowers left the program. His longtime assistant, Lindsey Foster, took over the program in the season that C-Sun did not compete. She was the assistant to Flowers for over a decade, was elevated to the head coaching position, but once the season came around in 2021, she stepped away citing family reasons. And Cal State Northridge, having had a class of incoming recruits recruited by Foster, went out and hired Carlene Mitchell, one of the one-time rising stars in the college basketball coaching world, who had 10 years as an assistant at Rutgers under her belt, who had won the Big West Championship in her first season at the helm of UC Santa Barbara, and had coaching experience in the KBL, the Korean Basketball League, and the WNBA. But Carlene Mitchell's 3-year tenure was disastrous. After she signed a 5-year contract following the appearance in the Big West Tournament in 2022, she went 7-24 in 2022 and 3-27 in 2023. They finished that 2023 season on a 26-game losing streak. Mitchell left the program as the 3rd worst winningest coach, or the 3rd losingest coach, if you will, in program history, and made way for Angie Ned to step in. And Ned had a rough first season. They went 2-18 in Big West play last year, had to really drag themselves off the bottom so many times, suffered the largest loss in school history against USC in one of the first games of the season. But this year it's looking a lot different under Angie Ned, the one-time UC Irvine point guard and longtime Cal Baptist assistant coach, who has been around a culture of winning for many years now under Jared Olson over there in Lancaster. Angie Ned this season, as you mentioned, has led this program to a 6-10 record and has her sights set on a return to the Big West Championships for the first time since 2022. Media timeout breaks, and Long Beach inbounds. Kennecaw, pressured in the backcourt, picks up her dribble, needs to get it across, and finds Kylie Pepe on the right wing. Long Beach only up by 3. It's 41-38, under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Kennecaw gets the handoff at the top of the key, gets to Pepe on the right wing. Pepe hands off to Pukas. Pukas to Jones Brown at the top of the key. Jones Brown to Pepe in the corner, 5 seconds on the shot clock, and Pepe will drive inside. Pepe in the paint, back up top to Ka. 1 second, Ka puts up a floater. That is too strong. It's a one-possession game now for the Matadors. Espajo takes it across the timeline, guarded by Pukas, and she penetrates the paint, gets it back outside to White at the top. Saray White picks up her dribble, back up to the outside for Nazario. Nazario back up top to Espejo. Espejo, 10 seconds to work with. Picks up her dribble. Over to the left side for Dolan. Dolan, entry pass down low inside. Spinning away is Bernard, and Bernard connects. Kylie Pepe couldn't get a hand up, and it's a 1-point game. Unbelievably, CSUN have dragged themselves back here in the second half as Morgan Mack takes it across the timeline for the Beach. High pressure for the Matadors, causing all kinds of problems as Pepe penetrates the perimeter, spins inside, tries to put up a layup, gets blocked and fouled. Nadia Bernard, the St. Mary's transfer, the one responsible for sending Kylie Pepe now to the charity stripe.
Long Beach still trying to gather their wits here. It's a 1-point game as there's going to be a timeout called here.
It'll be a CSUN timeout here ahead of the free throws. And Long Beach in the second half, Alex, has really struggled to contain CSUN. All the offensive numbers, all the streaks, all the trends favor the Matadors at the moment, as the Beach have seen that one-time 15-point lead evaporate to just a single point, and we're set up for a completely different second half than what we expected coming out of halftime.
Yeah, and on the offensive end, we just don't seem as controlled as we were in the first half, those first few minutes of the game. Right now, we're struggling a little bit to find the spacing of the floor, find our bigs, get shooters open. We just need to dumb the game down a little bit. Just keep it simple and get open shots.
Long Beach, who was moving the ball so well in that first half, needs to find that same rhythm again. We're sure to see an exciting finish to this one. Sparks will fly on the other side of this timeout. We'll return just a few seconds here on 22 West Radio. Media timeout, seconds away from breaking here in the LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid. Long Beach State has seen their 15-point lead evaporate here in the second half. They're up 41-40, and it's not to say, Alex, that there are no role models on the floor right now, but there needs to be someone on this team who steps up.
Jacoya Jones-Brown definitely is a leader of this squad, JayDe. She's been setting the pace the entire game, but when she is out and on the bench, it's a little bit of a struggle. So, you know, is there a better leader on this team than Jacoya Jones-Brown? I was searching through my memory, and I couldn't find one.
Jacoya Jones-Brown has stepped into that leadership role all season long, and she's going to need to step up again right here. Long Beach has not scored in the last 4 minutes. They've gone frosty from the floor. Jacoya Jones-Brown, 8 points on the night, 3 for 8 from the field to go along with 7 rebounds. She's sniffing down a double-double. And at the free throw line after the timeout is Kylie Pepe, who has had her hands full all night long as well, as the Matadors, who pride themselves on defense, have been in Pepe's back pocket since the tip. Pepe misses the first free throw. Takes a few dribbles. And her second free throw rims in and out. Still a 1-point lead for the Beach and a big missed opportunity to extend the lead to 3. Still 41-40 in the third quarter, less than 4 to go. White dribbles to the top, guarded by Pukas. All the way around the perimeter. White picks up her dribble, tries to step through, but gets called for a travel. Solid defense from Brenna Pukas, forces the turnover, and Saray White is not happy.
Pukas getting caught underneath her legs right there. Some good defense.
CSUN applying a full court press off the inbound, and Long Beach needs to break it. Morgan Mack picks up her dribble now, fires across the key to Pepe, who drives all the way down to the baseline and finds a cutting Morgan Mack. Mack back out, 17-feet jumper from Kylie Pepe is no good. The Beach, who had so much success against that full court press in the first half, couldn't find a solution there. CSUN work quickly into the front court. Driving inside is Dolan. Her layup is no good. Second chance points opportunity for Bernard, who goes up and just misses the layup but gets fouled. And on this trip to the free throw line, Alex, CSUN can take the lead.
Bernard is going to be an anchor for CSUN right now. She's standing at 6'4". It's going to be a big body down there to cover underneath the basket as she's going to shoot 2 free throws at the charity stripe.
Bernard so far tonight, just 1 rebound. That's her first, as she buries her first free throw as well. 4 points, but she's second on the team in rebounds, only behind by Mutor. Has now 75 rebounds on the season, has come off the bench in the last 3 games after starting 12 straight prior. Misses her second free throw, and Rosie Akot fights for the rebound, has to rip it away from a few black shirts, and gets it to Kenan Kaw. So it's 41 all here in the third. 3 minutes to go as the Beach have possession in the front court. Rosie Akot fakes the pass, steps all the way through, and a nifty move from Rosie Akot puts the Beach back ahead by 2.
Rosie Akot doing it on the defensive end and the offensive end with that little sidestep off the glass.
Espejo drives down low, fires a bounce pass to the corner. Back up top now to White, who steps through. Her layup is up and good, and we're tied again at 43. Long Beach can feel their grip loosen, and they need to make a play before they lose it for good. And Jacoya Jones-Brown, who takes it across halfway, would love to make that play. Brenna Pukas at the top, across for Rosie Akot, who pulls the triple and connects. A big-time 3 from Rosie Akot puts the Beach ahead 46-43, her first triple of the afternoon.
Rosie Akot setting the tone for Long Beach, trying to fight their way back into this.
Espejo, long skip pass to the corner. Long 3 for CSUN, missed by Dullen, rebounded by Pepe. And Pepe looks to push the pace. A long pass ahead to Kenan Kaw. A one-handed reception near the baseline. Sees Kaw keep it in, but now she backs out to the right wing. Pepe at the top, to Akot at the left wing. Akot looks to dribble, loses it. Gets it back off the hardwood, gets it to Pukas on the left wing. Pukas to the free throw line. Now to Pepe on the left wing. Pepe steps through some contact in the key, misses the step-through layup, and it's rebounded, and Espejo will look to push the pace. She can be 1-on-2 if she wants here. Espejo picks up her dribble in the paint instead. Gets it out to Dullen. Dullen at the top to White, back to Dullen. And Dullen hands it off to Espejo, who looks to slow the pace. 90 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Long Beach lead by 3, 46-43. Bernard at the top. The big looks for an option. Passes it off to Nazario as Nazario steps through a screen. There's going to be a foul called against Rosie Akot. Too much contact as she tried to fight over. And Long Beach will now need to defend the inbound pass. Judy Oliva Fernandez, who has missed the last 2 games, is up and screaming on the bench. The Long Beach bench has made all kinds of noise tonight, and Oliva Fernandez letting her team know that they need to stop right here. 20 seconds on the shot clock for CSUN. They go 4 low, 1 high. It's into White on the left wing, who dribbles inside. Back to the top of the key for Bernard. Bernard's pass is poked loose. Was looking for Dullen, who collects now with only 10 seconds on the shot clock near midcourt. Espejo thinks about a 3, then tries to pass across the key. It's poked loose by Akot, who's wide open in the front court, and she lays it in. Rosie Akot responsible for the last 5 points for the Beach, who find themselves up 48-43. And Rosie Akot makes the defensive play, turns it into offense.
Rosie Akot has Long Beach on her back right now, fighting for the squad in the third quarter.
Less than a minute to go here in the third. What a quarter it's been. Bernard holding on to the ball near the top of the key, looking for anyone to pass to. Finally gets it to Nazario near the logo. Nazario with 10 seconds, works on Jones-Brown. Jones-Brown steps in front of her. The Long Beach bench making all kinds of noise, loving the defensive effort. Espejo, bounce pass down low for Bernard, who's called for the travel. And a turnover for CSUN is going to give the Beach the ball back here with 27.6 seconds to go in the third. There's not a lot of fans in the stands, but the atmosphere is on 10 right now, Alex.
The pace has definitely shifted into Long Beach's favor. Although they're only up by 5 points, they can look to close out this quarter with the lead.
Kenan Kaw will look to hold for the last shot here. 15 seconds to go in the third. Long Beach up by 5. Brenna Pukas, right wing, picks up her dribble. Looking for an option, gets it to Akot at the top. 5 seconds to go now. Akot down low to Kenan Kaw. Spin move, layup. It's up and in. Kenan Kaw beats the buzzer in the third, and Long Beach finishes on a 7-0 run. After CSUN had tied it at 41, the Beach close out the quarter up 50-43. What a response from Amy Wright's squad.
Long Beach State getting their head back in the game, focusing on the simple plays. Kenan Kaw put her defender in the reverse right underneath the basket off the glass. And now they're going to go into the fourth quarter with a 7-point lead, JayDe.
Long Beach State, who have faced so much adversity this season in their attempts to close out games, finally turn around and use that adversity for good. closing out that third quarter on the best possible note. And now we head to the fourth. Long Beach State off to the worst start in program history. They're 0-6 in Big West play, but they're up by 7 now. Only 10 minutes separates this team from their first conference win of the season, and what a 10 minutes it's set up to be.
This is a huge game to win, JayDe. It's going to come down to the wire. We know that, but as long as Long Beach does not struggle to find their way, they will close out this game and get their first Big West win.
We will catch you on the other side of this break for the final 10 minutes of action between Long Beach State and Cal State Northridge on 22 West Radio. Stick with us. Welcome back to the LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid. JayDe Beaudry alongside Alex Prado. After an incredible 3 quarters, only 10 minutes separates Long Beach State from their first win of conference play. 50-43 the score in favor of the Beach, who closed out that third quarter on a 7-0 run thanks to Rosie Akot. And the Matadors get the first possession of the fourth quarter. Espajo at the top, double covered by Pukas and Akot. Swings it around the perimeter. Nazario gets it to the corner, and the 3 is short from Dolan. But the offensive rebound goes to Mutor, who cleans it up. Deficit only 5 now for the Matadors, who go into a full court press off the inbound. Jacoya Jones-Brown flashes for the middle to break it right. Long skip pass to the corner. A 3 from Pukas is good. Brenna Pukas runs the length of the floor and finds herself in acres of open space. The Beach up 53-45.
Her first 3 of the day. She's 1 for 3 now, and a crucial shot in the fourth quarter.
Espajo swings it across the top of the key to Nazario. Nazario asks for Espajo to come back and hands the ball off. 10 seconds remain on the shot clock. Espajo trying to make something happen. A floater inside, rims in and out. Kenan Ka comes away with the rebound, dribbles past a few black shirts and will now push the pace into the front court. Pukas in the corner, back to Jones-Brown on the wing, who drives and gets fouled by Espajo. Long Beach has been playing with their heads on fire throughout these past 10, maybe 12 minutes now. And Jacoya Jones-Brown is no exception. She drives, gets the foul call, and Long Beach will have an inbound opportunity from their own baseline.
And the atmosphere in here has definitely changed, JayDe. There's a lot more excitement and energy into this building.
Jones-Brown off the inbound, hands off to Akot, who drives inside and gets blocked from behind by Saray White. Wow, what a block. Rosie Akot gets rejected, and the Beach will have to repeat the trick now. Another inbound coming from the baseline.
Saray White picking up her 3rd block of the day so far, recognizing the up and go.
Alley-oop pass off the inbound to Jones-Brown from Ka, who misses the layup. Ka gets the offensive rebound back up top to Brenna Pukas. Pukas to the wing for Ka, to the corner for Akot. Her 3 misses short. Jones-Brown got a hand on the rebound and got knocked to the floor, but the Matadors come away with the ball. Espajo into the front court for Dolan. Dolan's 3 off front iron. Tipped around, and Rosie Akot is going to be all alone in the front court. A layup from Akot is missed short. She blew the wide open layup after pulling down the rebound and running the length of the floor. A big missed opportunity. And now on the other end, a long three from the Matadors is missed by Nazario, rebounded by Jones-Brown. End-to-end action here in the fourth as Jones-Brown tries to break a double team in the backcourt. Throws it up to Pukas. Pukas to the corner for Pepe. Pepe inside at the free throw line, looks to back down her defender. Pepe's pass is deflected on the way out to Pukas, and the Matadors come away with another steal, their 10th of the afternoon. Espejo, bounce pass down low to Bernard. Bernard hook shot, rims in and out. Bernard fighting for her own rebound and gets fouled by Rosie Akot. A frantic few possessions as both teams can feel this game slipping away. It's only an 8-point gap between them, but over these last 8 minutes, you can expect that deficit to ebb and flow with the pace of this game.
This fourth quarter is definitely going to come down to the wire as both these teams are fighting with that tenacity here. We got CSUN on the inbound for this play.
CSUN, a new look off the inbound, 2 at the free throw line, and then 2 in both corners. Inbound into Dolan, handed off to Espejo. Espejo kicks to the corner for White. White long three, misses off the side iron, rebounded though by Dolan, and back up top to Nazario. Nazario, 10 seconds on the shot clock, guarded by Reynoso near the logo. Gets it off to Espejo, who's guarded by Jones-Brown at the top. Espejo, 5 seconds to work with, drives and gets fouled by Morgan Mack. Long Beach doesn't have to worry about too much foul trouble, but for Morgan Mack, that's going to be her third. So with 7.5 to go, the Matadors will once again inbound from beneath their own baseline. 4-low look for the Matadors into White in the right corner. White back up top to Bernard. Bernard further to Nazario. Nazario, left wing, gets Pepe in the air but doesn't go up for a shot herself. Instead kicks it across the top to Espejo. Espejo dribble drive with 5 seconds to go. Rims gets all the way around the baseline and then back up top to Nazario, who connects. A two-woman game working to perfection for CSUN.
Espejo with a great dish from underneath the bucket all the way to the perimeter.
Morgan Mack takes it across half court herself, pressured by White, and the ball is poked loose by White. Mack tries to chase it into the backcourt, and both players collide and hit the hardwood hard. They're going to call Morgan Mack for a foul on Saray White, who forced the turnover, and now Morgan Mack, with 4 personal fouls, needs to be careful.
Yeah, and the lead is still the same. No team has scored in the last 2:40. That's for Long Beach.
CSUN looking to close this 5-point gap with under 7 minutes to go. Off the inbound, Espejo controls on the right wing. Now drives to the baseline, beneath the basket. Back up top to Nazario, carbon copy of the previous play, and Nazario gets the same result. Back-to-back threes from Rita Nazario. The Portuguese guard has it back to a one-possession game.
Pump fake sidestep on that one.
Jones-Brown hands off to Reynoso. Reynoso back across the top to Pepe. Pepe hands off to Pukas on the left wing. Pukas hand off to Jones-Brown, who pulls a mid-range and misses everything off the lower end of the backboard that time for Jones-Brown, as Long Beach has not scored in the last 3 minutes. Espejo at the top, spin move to get free from Christy Reynoso. Her triple misses, but the offensive rebound goes to Dolan. White pulls a long three. It rims in and out, and Ka pulls away the rebound, gets double-teamed immediately, and flops on the hardwood to get the foul call her way. Long Beach, by the skin of their teeth, holding on to this 2-point lead, Alex, as CSUN are shooting the lights out here in the fourth quarter.
CSUN is playing great defense so far. On this last play, a foul call. They need to be careful on that full-court press, getting too rough.
Jones-Brown looks to inbound. Matador still in that full-court press that has caused Long Beach problems, and Rosie Akot gets tied up. She tried to cross over her defender, and Saray White was able to force a jump ball after Akot mishandled the rock. Possession arrow still favors Long Beach State, but Amy Wright is frustrated. This team is going to need a timeout. They were able to break that full-court press with efficiency in the first half, but really since then, Alex, it has been the pressure from the Matadors paying off. They forced so many turnovers tonight off of Long Beach, and off that last inbound, no exception. Just 5 minutes, 56 seconds to go, and still a one-possession game.
And one thing to know here, JayDe, there's been a lot of different rotations for this Long Beach squad. As we mentioned earlier, Aliva Fernandez not being in this game, and a lot of our players have stepped up for this game. We have 3 players at 9 points, 1 at 8, and of course, the leading scorer, Morgan Mack, so far.
Yeah, that's really a surprise. This is a Long Beach State team that throughout the season has relied heavily on Jacoya Jones-Brown, but tonight the offensive attack has been balanced. You mentioned those 3 players with 9 points, and Jacoya Jones-Brown only with 8 so far to go along with 8 rebounds for CSUN. Leading the way has been their bigs. Gite Bemutor has 16 points. Rita Nazario has 16. She's come alive here late on in the fourth quarter. And for Long Beach, this season has been full of so many ups and so many downs, and the ups have really come rarely. They picked up their first win of the season on December 29th against Hope International. That was a close game against the National Christian Collegiate College Association member Hope International. And really no other game has been close since then. Long Beach and Amy Wright have been searching for solutions all year long to find out how to close games, how to stay competitive in games. And after a 15-point lead late on in that first half and an 11-point lead into halftime, now being only up by 2, Long Beach has to feel like this game has gotten away from them just a little bit.
Definitely, JayDe. We got 5:56 left to play for the game. And Long Beach is going to look to stay consistent throughout the end of this quarter.
CSUN, after this game, will face Hawaii at home, and then they have a stretch against UC Davis, San Diego, and then Cal Poly. For Long Beach State, their next few games up after this one really don't get any easier. They're going to face Cal State Fullerton here in the Pyramid on the 22nd. Santa Barbara, that's an away trip up to the Central Coast on the 24th. And on the 29th, they return to face UC Riverside here at home. Long Beach can use all the results down the stretch, and even sitting at 0-6, they're in no way out of the playoff picture. Right now, UC Irvine atop the Big West at 6-0, alongside UC San Diego, also 6-0. Below them, UC Santa Barbara, UC Davis sit at 5-1. UC Riverside 4-2, Cal State Fullerton 4-3, and then CSUN just outside the playoff places at 2-5. But below CSUN, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Hawaii, Cal State, Bakersfield, Cal Poly, and Long Beach. Long Beach, the only team with 0 wins. The 3 teams above them only with 1. So this season is far from over, Alex. Long Beach still has a chance, albeit a small chance, to make that Big West tournament.
And both these teams recognize that, right? Obviously, the Matadors with 2 Big West wins and us with none. But the fact that they're battling it out with each other and they know that they're close in record in the Big West, their level of competition is pretty much matched up, as we can see in this game. It's only a 2-point game as we're heading down the fourth quarter, just under 6 minutes. And these 2 teams are battling it out, trying to get themselves on their way back into the win column within the Big West tourney.
After the timeout breaks, Long Beach will inbound, still facing that full court press. Jones-Brown the inbound to the 5 on the floor. Pepe, Akat, Mack, and Ka all down low, and they all run football routes to break this full court press. The inbound goes to Ka. Ka breaks it herself. Long pass ahead to Jones-Brown. Gets it to Jones-Brown at the top of the key. Jones-Brown to Ka on the right wing. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Back to Pepe at the top. Kylie Pepe pulls the triple, misses it short. Rebound is fought for, and the Matadors come away with it. Nazario takes it across midcourt. Gets it to Espajo. Espajo through the key. Back up top to Dulin. Dulin back to Espajo, who's going to pull the triple from the right wing, misses it off back iron. Morgan Mack pulls down the rebound, working on 4 fouls. She's got to be careful, working in a double team, loses her dribble, and then throws it up ahead towards midcourt, and Kenan Ka is there. Long Beach has a 3-on-2. Jones-Brown, long alley-oop pass down low to Akat, who's twisting and turning in the key. Throws it back up top to Morgan Mack. 15 seconds on the shot clock now for the Beach. Jones-Brown at the top, double teamed to the right wing for Morgan Mack. Mack down low to Kenan Ka. Ka back outside to Jones-Brown on the right side. Jones-Brown all the way through now, hooks a pass to the top. Rosie Akan has to put up a triple with 2 seconds on the shot clock. The Beach fight for the offensive rebound. Kylie Pepe and Kenan Ka couldn't decide who goes for it. And then Bernard flies in and picks up the loose ball. So Long Beach, a chaotic possession that nearly results in a second chance opportunity, but the communication down low lets them down, and it'll be Matador's ball coming off the timeout.
Long Beach got bailed out right there with the stoppage of play, but ultimately they're not getting it done, JayDe. They look a little bit frantic underneath the basket, and this is no time for that. We got 4:49 left to play in this fourth quarter, and they only have a 2-point lead.
Nadia Bernard has wreaked havoc so far in this one. I mentioned how she leads the team in rebounds last year at St. Mary's, appeared in just 19 games, only played about 6 minutes. Tonight she's played 12, which is on par with her season average. She's been causing chaos for Long Beach State, who in this timeout have a bunch of somber faces, a few crooked smiles, as Amy Wright and this team feel that they could pull off a win, but it's going to take every last ounce of effort, as the Matadors have refused to roll over in this fourth quarter and by and large in this second half. Off the inbound, Espajo will take it across midcourt. CSUN called a timeout off the tie-up, so one less timeout for Angie Ned to work with. At the top, Nazardio's pass is tipped away by Morgan Mack. And with 19 seconds, the Matadors will have another inbound opportunity in the front court.
That's good defense right there, letting the offense know that you're not going to get away that easy, especially on the perimeter with Mack guarding up at the top.
Nazardio inbounds to Espajo at the top. Espajo back to White on the left wing. White takes a shot all the way to the cup, now picks up her dribble, kicks it back outside. Nazardio triple, misses. Offensive rebound, though, goes to Espajo, who hooks a pass across the key to White. White back outside to Dullen. Dullen back to White in the left corner. White down low is able to feed Bernard, who goes to work on Rosie Akot and gets the layup to fall. We're all tied up at 53. A well-worked possession there for CSUN.
Good matchup for Bernard there, standing at 6'4" and Akot at 6'2".
Long Beach able to break the full court press, but only just. Kylie Pepe works on the block through contact and gets a foul. Got Bernard up in the air. And Long Beach has broken that full court press in a variety of different ways. That time, Jones Brown got the pass, threw it cross court to Rosie Akot, who pivoted at halfway, and then they were able to field it down to Kylie Pepe, who draws the foul and will now shoot 2 free throws.
Pepe's been so good all day long with drawing fouls, especially underneath the basket. The defense knows that she's a big body down there and she has a lot of strength, so they have to be extra careful, but they need to be aggressive as well.
Kylie Pepe, after scoring just 3 points against Bakersfield, has now scored 10 or more points in 3 of her last 4 games, up to 11 now. She goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line, something she wasn't able to do earlier on in this second half. The Beach up 55-53 as Espajo takes the ball beneath the basket. Matador swinging along the wing. White drives inside, misses the layup. Rosie Akot fights for the rebound and pulls it down. They're going to call a foul against White, who flew in, and Rosie Akot is having herself a night on the boards. Rebounding like a book back. Closing in on her career high of 13. She's already got 11 with less than 4 minutes to go.
11 rebounds and 9 points, JayDe. She's doing it all for Long Beach so far.
Looking to claim her second career double-double as well, in the first since she put up 13 and 13 against Oregon State in the non-conference schedule. Long Beach breaks the full court press. Morgan Mack cuts to the basket, gets a good pass from Jones Brown, but then backs out. Akot on the right wing. Takes it to the free throw line, picks up her dribble. Back further up top to Morgan Mack. Mack, hand off to Pepe. Pepe drives to the free throw line, kicks to Rosie Akot. Left elbow, Rosie Akot misses the three-pointer. Matadors swarm the paint for the rebound. It's Nazardio who comes away with it. What a game she's had. 16 points, and now her 4th rebound. Espajo at the top of the key. 3 minutes to go. White on the right wing looks for an option. Not a lot of movement happening off the ball, and Rosie Akot's able to fight Bernard for position and chase down the ball in the backcourt and tie it up. Amy Wright is fired up. She wanted to call a timeout, and instead they're going to call Saray White for another foul. What hustle from Rosie Akot to force the steal and then pounce on the loose ball.
She has put her blood, sweat, and tears into this game right now. She's not leading Long Beach in the points column, but she's right below there at 9 points. But the effort so far from Akot has been everyone. The defensive glass, the offensive, you name it, JayDe. She's been doing it all. She's the anchor so far for today's game.
After Rosie Akot put up 18 points and 8 rebounds and 4 steals at that against UC Irvine, Amy Wright said she had been putting in extra work over the past few weeks. Amy Wright's been calling for this team to put in more effort and for them to finish practices and for them to do all the little things right. And Rosie Akot looks like she's the one who's willing to make that extra step and put in that extra effort. She certainly has tonight. With the performance she's put in, she's given Long Beach State a chance now to extend this to a 2-possession game. The foul called against Saray White is going to be a loose ball foul, and it'll put Long Beach State in the bonus. So after this conversation between Amy Wright and our official today, it should be Rosie Akot shooting a 1-and-1. Amy Wright getting clarification on whether or not it's a loose ball foul or a common foul against Saray White. And now Angie Ned wants a conversation with our officials as well. Both coaches can feel the weight of this game and how much a win would mean, making sure that every call down the stretch is approached correctly. And now both coaches are satisfied with the explanation. So Rosie Akot will shoot a 1-and-1 here from the charity stripe.
So these are big free throws here as she misses the first one. She's shooting 45% on the season.
After missing the first, Rosie Cotton misses the second. It's still a one-possession game. Beach lead 55-53. Down the stretch, less than 3 minutes to go now inside the pyramid. Esparjo at the top. Guarded by Kenan Kaw. Calls for a screen from White and gets it. Now dishes to White along the perimeter. White penetrates, back out to Esparjo at the top. Esparjo hesitates, falls, loses her dribble, tries to scoop it to Dolan and does. Dolan further on to White, who pulls the triple and misses. Kylie Pepe pulls down the rebound, is triple teamed beneath the basket, looking for an option. Tries to pass it up towards midcourt for Morgan Mack, who comes and receives the ball now. Mack to the corner for Kenan Kaw. Chaotic in the backcourt for the Beach. Pepe now looks to slow possession down at the top, loses her dribble, 2.5 to go. 10 seconds on the shot clock in the Beach, yet to set up anything offensively. And now they're bailed out by another foul called against Saray White, who is now in serious foul trouble. It'll be her second personal. They assessed that last foul as a team foul, Alex, so Saray White did not pick up her third. But now Kylie Pepe will shoot free throws. Pace of this game bordering on frantic under the last 3 minutes.
And Pepe, as we mentioned earlier, so good at drawing those fouls because the defense knows what kind of power she brings. As she puts on the first one, she's shooting 61% from the free throw line.
Kylie Pepe looking to go 2 for 2 from the line, and does after a friendly bounce off the iron. Long Beach make it a two-possession game, 57-53, and as Esparjo carries it into the front court, a timeout is called by Angie Ned. Long Beach State has won the last 5 straight games against the Cal State Northridge Matadors, all 5 victories by margins of 10 or more. That certainly doesn't look like the case tonight, Alex.
Definitely, JayDe. Long Beach has put in the effort so far. The game has been close, 57-53, and as we approach the 2-minute mark, they're going to be locking down. I'm interested to see what sort of lineup Amy Wright comes out here with the last 2 minutes to go. She's on the sideline writing down names and making a list, checking it twice, and they're all getting them hit.
Last time CSUN beat Long Beach State was January 5th, 2022. These two teams had actually played on this day before, Alex. It was January 18th, 2020 that Long Beach beat CSUN by 8. So plenty of history between these two teams, and CSUN trying to get their first win over the Beach in 4 years. They need a big comeback, though, down by 4, less than 2 to go. Off the inbound, a long three-pointer is missed. Long Beach able to corral the rebound. Kenan Kaw to Pepe in the backcourt, and further on to Rosie Akot, who's able to take it across half court with ease. Akot dribbling, less than 2 minutes to go, to the top for Morgan Mack. Mack to Pepe, further on to Kenan Kaw. Kaw back to the top is going to be called for a travel. Took one too many steps as she tried to plant her feet. And an unforced error, another turnover for the Beach. As good as they've been tonight, Long Beach has now committed 19 turnovers.
These are big plays down the stretch. We got 1:48 to go, and every turnover could lead to a free bucket, JayDe.
White is going to roll the ball in off the inbound to Esparjo. Esparjo gets it to Nazario. Nazario at the top, guarded by Jones-Brown. Swings it across the top of the key to Esparjo. Esparjo at the top. Backs down Pepe in the paint. Esparjo still fighting against Pepe. Now finds herself beneath the basket. Scoop pass to the outside for Dillon. Dillon drives inside. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Back outside to Esparjo in the corner. Esparjo still working against Kylie Pepe. Now Kylie Pepe gets called for the defensive foul. Amy Wright says that's terrible. Esparjo, the undersized point guard, lowered her shoulder against the 5'11 Pepe and got the friendly whistle.
And Esparjo not backing down from the size difference there. A little mismatch. Getting the foul, and now the inbound.
Matadors inbound from beneath the baseline, a fresh 20 on the shot clock. Bernard doesn't want all that time, though. Goes up off the turnaround jumper inside the paint and connects. Matadors in a full court press, 57-55. Long Beach lead with 1:10 to go. Rosie Akot crosses over in the backcourt, gets it across the timeline. Picks up her dribble near the logo, now looks for an option to pass. Gets to Pepe on the left wing. Kylie Pepe with 10 seconds to go on the shot clock and 1 minute to go in this fourth quarter. Drives inside and puts up the layup. Kylie Pepe, a big-time bucket, and the Beach are back up by 4.
Pepe faking the look for the pass and then straight to the bucket.
Esparjo on the other end gets a caught in the air and puts in a layup of her own. The Matadors respond, 59-57, as Shakoya Jones-Brown takes it across half court. Amy Wright will keep the timeouts in her pocket for now. 40 seconds to go. Jones-Brown continues to run into the paint, gets 2 defenders in the air, and puts in the layup. Jones Brown, the craftiness and the patience puts Long Beach State ahead 61-57, and Amy Wright calls a full timeout.
Throwing it to the corner for UCOT, and then driving down the lane, getting the pass, and then a pump fake. The defender goes flying over off the glass. These are crucial points right here. 61-57, Long Beach is leading by 4.
There's an old saying in Texas, I know it's in Tennessee, but there's an old saying in Texas, fool me once, shame on you, fool me. You can't get fooled again, and Jacoya Jones-Brown fooled 2 defenders, getting them up in the air and laying in the bucket that could be also important, not only for this game, but for Long Beach State's season by and large.
And Long Beach State needs to play with the same aggression in these last 33 seconds. They are up by 4, but anything can happen, JayDe. If CSUN comes out firing and they hit a 3 right away, the game is back in motion. So they need to be careful here.
This game has been electric, to say the least. Who would have thought on a Saturday afternoon, a 1-15 team and a 6-10 team, both within the doldrums of the Big West, would put on such a show. And it's going to come down to these final 33.9 seconds as Long Beach State desperately searches for that first Big West win of the season that's felt like forbidden fruit all year long. They just have not been able to grasp a game like this against an opponent like this that has refused to quit. Amy Wright in this timeout relaying instructions that could see Long Beach State get off the bottom of the Big West with the result today.
This game hasn't been pretty on both ends, but ultimately you got to close it out. Nobody's perfect. As long as you work out those problems towards the end, you can close it out and get your first win.
Off the inbound, Espajo is guarded by Akat. Espajo looking for an option on the baseline, gets it in to Bernard. Bernard inside the perimeter, back up top to Nazario. Long Beach pressuring everything at the three-point line here. That's Espajo coming around a screen at the top and getting fouled by Morgan Mack. And it has been CSUN able to draw the whistle all night long. They are now in the bonus officially. And that'll be the 5th foul against Morgan Mack as well, who has officially fouled out.
Yep.
After a solid performance from Morgan Mack, where she puts up 10 points in 27 minutes and limits the turnovers as well, which have been a problem for her all year. Only commits 3. She will now check out of the game for the final time and make way for Christy Reynoso, and this crowd appreciates the effort Morgan Mack has put in tonight.
Morgan Mack with a good game, as you mentioned, 10 points, really helping out this Long Beach squad, but this last play, a crucial play with 24 seconds left, as the first free throw rims in and out.
Erica Espajo, a crucial miss. Native of Barcelona, Spain, was actually youth teammates with Judith Oliva Fernandez at the Barcelona Academy. She misses her first free throw and then connects on the second. So CSUN does half the job at the free throw line. It's a one-possession game with Long Beach ahead 61-58. We're going to keep it right here for the final 24 seconds because why wouldn't we? Long Beach State has scratched and clawed their way throughout this entire game to be in this position, up by 3 with less than 30 seconds to go. The shot clock is off, and Long Beach is in the bonus, as are CSUN. So what's the strategy going forward here for Alex if you're the Matadors?
For the Matadors, you got to play good defense and hope to get a steal rather than a foul because they are in the bonus. If you foul Long Beach, we're going to get free throws. And ultimately, there's just not enough time, JayDe. There's 24 seconds left. You need a steal without a foul and a quick bucket. If you get a three-pointer, the game's all tied up. If you make a bucket, you need a transition on the defense as well, get it back, and have another one.
And for Long Beach State, the goal has to be just to break this full court press. First and foremost, get the ball into the front court.
Definitely.
And if they are indeed fouled, make those free throws. The 5 on the floor for the Beach, Kenenka, Christy Reynoso, who checked in for Morgan Mack, Rosie Akanji, Coy Jones-Brown, and Kylie Pepe. And for the first time tonight, the Let's Go Beach chants emerge from the stands behind us here in Media Row. And they're going to call a line violation on Erica Espajo, interfering with Kenenka, the inbounder, a delay of game violation. Doesn't do anything for the Beach other than give them a chance to advance the ball into the backcourt now. So Ka looks for an option, inbounds to Pepe in the front court on the right wing, and Pepe is immediately fouled by Erica Espajo, who's doing everything she could to deny the inbound pass, Alex, and is forced to commit the foul. It'll be Kylie Pepe shooting a 1-and-1. Yeah,
and a good choice in the favor of Long Beach right here with Pepe. She's been all over the free throw line today. She's averaging 63.9% on the season.
Pepe's first free throw is up and good. Kylie Pepe, ice in her veins from the free throw line late on in this one.
She's 7 for 9 today.
To make it a 5-point game, Pepe misses the second free throw. So Long Beach leads 62-58. The Matadors need a quick bucket on the offensive end. Esparjo takes it inside, kicks to the top. Dolan will pull a long three and hit it. Lainey Dolan connects from 25 feet away, and it's a 1-point game once again. Long Beach look to break the full court press off the inbound. 8 seconds to go, and Jacoya Jones-Brown loses the handle. A turnover for Long Beach State, and the Matadors are going to have a chance to inbound in the front court. Jacoya Jones-Brown just could not handle the ball, had her eyes up, looking to get it into the front court, and Alex, a huge mistake for Long Beach State.
6 seconds left. You got to lock down on defense. Here we go.
Nazario, the inbounder, to the top for Esparjo. 5 seconds to go. Esparjo back to the left side. Dolan drives inside, tries to feed it to the big. Bay Mutor. The layup is no good. Rosie Akot comes down with the rebound, and Long Beach State have won a game in Big West Conference play for the first time in the 2025-2026 season. The basketball gods finally smile down on this team, and their prayers are answered in the pyramid. 62-61 the final score, and the defensive tenacity of Amy Wright's squad gets the job done at the buzzer.
The energy, the aggression, the fight to not back down throughout this entire day, JayDe. Even in those last few seconds, CSUN had a chance to ice the game. Long Beach takes it away by 1 with the anchor defense of Long Beach in those last few seconds.
If your heart isn't beating at 100 miles a minute after that finish, I don't know what to tell you.
Wow.
A team that has struggled all year long to even get into position late in games where they can close it out, makes the big plays down the stretch against the Matadors of Cal State Northridge, and put a tally mark on the official record now. Long Beach 1-6 in Big West play, and by far the best team performance of the year from Amy Wright's squad.
Definitely, JayDe. To bring you down to the stat sheet over here, Jacoya Jones-Brown and Morgan Mack both hitting 10 points, and then Kylie Pepe leading the way at 16, and behind that, Kenan Call and Rosie Akot at 9 apiece. So we got 5 contributors right here that are filling in for that spot that we talked about before the game. Maliva Fernandez being missing on this squad. Everyone got a piece of the pie today.
That's a new career high for Kylie Pepe. 16 points. Rosie Akot pulls down 11 rebounds, including one I don't think is going to go against her final line. It might have been after the buzzer, but nevertheless, she gave it all tonight. For CSUN, leading the way, Bay Mutor, 16 points alongside Nazario. They were both kept cold, though, for the final 5 minutes, and that's all that matters for Long Beach State, who now can take this win into the 15-mile rivalry right here at home on the 22nd.
This is a huge win for Long Beach, keeping that energy and that focus, finally getting a win, and hopefully leading the way for some more as we head into the season.
Long Beach State, not done yet. The season far from over. The second half of the Big West Conference schedule still to play, and maybe some more wins in the future. What a game. Final score, 62-61. Long Beach State takes down CSUN for their first Big West Conference win of the season and their first win over a Division I opponent this season. That'll do it for us in the Pyramid. I'm JayDe Beaudry alongside Alex Prado. Join us on the airwaves as Long Beach State takes on Cal State Fullerton next Thursday in the 15-mile rivalry. For our entire 22 West radio crew, it has been a pleasure having you with us for this Saturday matinee. Enjoy some football. Enjoy your weekend. We will catch you next week. Thank you for joining us once again. See you next time on 22 West Radio.